Welcome back to the show, my friends. Here's the reality. CPI today does not matter. And when I say does not matter, that means that it can only be bullish. And I know it sounds weird. I know it sounds crazy. That's probably not what 90% of all the other influencers and KOLs and show hosts are telling you. But I do think that inflation does not matter and CPI does not matter. And I will show you exactly why I think that. And it's every single day. I'm going to show you the charts. I'm going to show you the trades. We're going to celebrate a little bit because I see a lot of you are posting that you're making money from the calls we made last week and this week, which just literally warms my heart. I'm a little bit late, but I'm here. I'm bringing you an Alpha Pack show. If you think this is something that's worthy of your time, just make sure to smash the like button. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Fefe. I bring you the best alpha from the past 24 hours for the next 24 hours trades, and I simplify crypto for you so you feel safe throughout this bull market. Let's jump into it because a lot of people are saying that you have to be mindful of CPI and it will bring volatility. And what I really say is that CPI does not matter. And the question can be like, why am I so ignorant, right? People might be like, so why are you so ignorant? CPI should matter because the Fed, and then we're not going to get rate cuts, and it's like 0% chance. And it's like, what is really going to happen? And there are a lot of reasons why I believe this is not the case. So just a little bit of, taking a step back. There is inflation numbers coming out. CPI, Consumer Price Index, okay? It's coming out today. It's a major indicator on inflation. And what we've seen yesterday was the PPI numbers. And as I have predicted on the show, and as I said on the show, it's basically a no news kind of situation. PPI is definitely, but CPI could be considered as a major thing, especially in market uncertainty that we see now. Why is this uncertain times? If you're coming from a cave and you don't know what this whole thing is about, well, the Fed and the FOMC announced that there will be, or there was a dot plot that was announced that saying that there are predicted to be 2 rate cuts next year. Now it came from 4, then went to 3, then went to 2, and now there's basically 0% chance, or there's no prediction for a rate cut for next year. I tweeted, I posted it in bed. I think it might even be here. I posted it in the newsroom and I said that I will stream naked if there is no rate cut next year. I don't know if it's gonna be here. I might have to scroll. I stream naked if there is no cut in 2025. This is what I said. There is 0 chance in my mind that there is no cut in next year, except if they really screw Trump and the government crashes, in the first, 3 months. But other than that, there is literally no chance. So why do I really think that there will be no cut? Well, multiple things that I think we should discuss. One is that there are much smarter people than I am, right? In terms of when it comes to macroeconomics, and that are analyzing all these massive data points and understand the relationship and patterns. And like, I admit that, and I'm never gonna compete in something that I know I'm not like the best at, okay? Or very good at. So there are people, and you can see it here as well, that they're expecting a 3% plus CPI. Now, if you look at the number, what we should get is 2.9. So if you look here, this is the forecast 2.9, and the previous one was 2.7. Now, if CPI comes in, and this is my TLDR, if CPI comes in higher, usually that's good for the dollar because that means that you need to that the rate is gonna be like that. Let me show you my prediction here. So lower than forecast, but higher than previous 2.8, because if you look here, if it's lower than forecast, which is 2.9, but it's higher than previous 2.7, comes in at 2.8. I do believe that we're going to have a, so to say, not a big impact. Okay, so like, I'm not saying that it's not gonna have a little bit of movement in the market, but it's no impact. Why? Because it's a nothing burger. It's not lower than it's not higher than they expected. It's not lower. It's like somewhere in the middle. It's a little bit better than the forecast, but it's still higher than previous month. So it's like nothing really changed. It's not bad. It's not good. So it's basically a nothing burger. But because it's a nothing burger and it's not very impactful, I do think that it's rather bullish because of everything that we know coming with Trump, and I'm going to tell you in a second. Now, if it comes in higher than forecast, that means higher than 2.9%, that means that there is massive inflation. So that means that inflation and CPI and everything else is increasing, and it basically just confirms the thesis that there's no point in cutting. So if it comes in 2.9, if it comes in 2.9, it's fine, but if it comes in 3 and above, that's a problem. That's a problem because it's rather bull. Again, it's not gonna, again, as the title says of the show, CPI doesn't matter, but if I have to pick a side, it's rather bearish, but it's not bearish as a red candle that we saw last inflation numbers. It's not going to be like that, okay? So it's going to be a little bit bearish, but it's not as bearish. And the reason is because people expect higher inflation. As we have seen, we know the economy is getting hotter. We know that Trump will only push that a little bit higher. So there is not really an expectation that CPI is going to come in lower. Therefore, the market is most likely pricing in a higher inflation. So if CPI comes in a little bit higher, I'm not saying 3.5, because if that happens, that's a massive sell-off. But if we come in a little bit higher, maybe 3, maybe 3.1, it's not going to have that big of an impact, because I do believe this is what people expect. But, and this is the big but, now if CPI comes in lower than forecast and lower than previous, that means it comes in below 2.7, at 2.7 or below 2.7, I think we're going to see the biggest green dildo that we've ever seen, you know? And the reason is because everybody, the whole environment of the market is everybody's expecting a higher CPI. Everybody is pricing in a higher CPI and a hot market, and everybody knows exactly that Trump is just going to come in and start pumping this thing, and inflation is going to climb back up. And so because of that, if there is a surprise or there is a shock coming into the market, which is, hold on a second, there is not really that big of a difference now, and CPI is actually lower than everybody else is expecting, that would mean that there is a much faster cut. And it's not only there is a cut because of Trump, but it's also because somebody's saying, Banter Showdown, please update Funtico. Oh, my man, we're going to talk about Funtico. Hold on a second. We're going to talk about Funtico. But so it's not only because of Trump, but genuinely the numbers are coming in great. Now, there are a bunch of indicators. One of the biggest data that I've seen, and I do think this is something we should pay attention to, and I'm heavy long, obviously. I'm going to talk about the charts soon. Also, guys, I see a lot of people tuning in here. Please, 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 smash the like button. It takes you 2 seconds. It genuinely helps me, and eventually helps you, because I can create, if I'm more motivated, I can create much better content for you. So please smash the like button. And also, if you don't know who I am, my name is Fefe, and I bring you the best alpha. 24 hours, next 24 hours, simplify crypto, trades, money, all that. So you can follow me on X. There's a link in the description. So here is the biggest thing. I've seen this data, stat of the day. The past 12 months, and it's important to comprehend what I'm saying. The past 12 months, core CPI, okay, so what we were looking at today, coming in 30 minutes. We're gonna wait for it. Core CPI has had 100% strike rate for meeting or beating, meaning being a better number, expectations when core PPI came in lower than forecast. Now, some of you might be watching like, what is this dude talking about? And you're ready to turn off the stream, but don't do that. I'm going to explain it to you. So when core PPI, this is what we've seen previously. Okay, this is what we see yesterday. This is core PPI here. Also an indication, inflation indication, right? PPI. Core PPI came in at 0 while the forecast was 0.2. Okay? So what this post suggests here is that if core PPI came in lower than forecast, which happened yesterday, core CPI has always met or beaten expectations. Beaten means it came in much better than people expected, better for the economy. So that means if you come back here, beat would be on CPI. If you come down here, beat today on core CPI on CPI would be 2.8 or 2.7 or 2.6, lower than 2.9. So if we take, and again, this is not some random data from yesterday, it's like 12 months accumulated data. Let me bring the chart up, and I was shocked as well when I saw this, but if you look at this, you see that from November, you don't see because I'm here, let me just move myself a little bit, you see November down there. So from November 2023, you've seen that every time core PPI, which is up here, why is it not? Okay, core PPI, which is up here. So from core PPI, the forecast was higher than the actual, which we see the exact same thing. Like in December, it was 0.2, and then 0.2 was the forecast, 0.00 was the actual, and then core CPI 0.3 was the forecast, and it came in at 0.3, which again, is going to be very bullish because it meets expectations. There is nothing that should be, if the market is pricing in 2.9 now, there's no reason for the market to react negatively when it gets to 2.9. It's just, there is no reason. And this is the same thing. January, very same thing. Forecast was higher, actual was lower. then it is a meet. And in January, it was 0.3 as forecast, 0.00 as actual, and then core CPI 0.3 was forecast, 0.2 was actual. So it was a beat. So the worst case scenario, in my opinion, not only based on this, but everything I told you, is that we are going to get the meet. It's gonna basically meet. It's gonna be 2.9, between 2.9 and 2.7 in my honest opinion. And if that happens, there is no reason to panic. There is no reason to worry. There is no reason to, just worry about any of these things because the market is going to pump. And I'm going to show you why the market structure actually changed a lot. But one of the main things other than this data is this guy is coming into office in 5 days. Holy shit, bro. Holy shit, bro. I didn't even think I'm going to say this. Holy shit, bro. 5 days and I'm coming to office, guys. So in 5 days, I'm not even going to go there. But in 5 days, this dude's coming into office and here's what he said. Listen to this.
Inheriting a difficult situation from the outgoing administration, and they're trying everything they can to make it more difficult. Inflation is continuing to rage, and interest rates are far too high to make it more difficult. Inflation is continuing to rage, and interest rates are far too high. And I've been disappointed to see the Biden administration's attempt to block the reforms of the American people and that they voted for. We had a landslide election. We won every swing state. We won the administration, and they're trying everything they can to make it more difficult. Inflation is continuing to rage.
Inflation is continuing to rage. And listen.
And interest rates are far too high.
Interest rates are far too high. This is what he says. Now, when Trump says that inflation is raging and he says rates are high, you know what that means? That means this. That means he doesn't give an F. That this guy doesn't care. Now, you can love him or hate him. He does not care. He's getting a very bad situation, to be honest. Spending is up 10.9% fiscal year in the States. That's from October. So that means it's up 10.9, almost 11%. Receipts are down 2.2. And year-to-date deficit, bro, that's overspending, is 40%, brother, at 700 billion. Billions and billions of dollars overspending in deficit, 40% since October. That's very high, very, very high. And I can bring it down. And Trump is going to come into office and he's going to bomb the shit out of this thing. And so it doesn't matter, but he's definitely not going to let this slide. That's all I can tell you. And you can see whatever data you have, Trump is much more proud than to just simply let this slide. What he will do is he will find a way to fix it. He will make sure to cut rates. I guarantee you that he will take rates down. I guarantee you that. He will somehow fix inflation. I don't know how, but he's rather going to focus on the economy. And I do think that stuff that you see, loan defaults are going to get taken care of. You're going to have the Doge coming in, Department of Government Efficiency. And I do think that these things slowly start getting fixed. And I do think that money will be injected into the economy. As you see, Trump has promised, I'm not going to play this clip, but there is this clip from Altcoin Daily where they go through every single... Altcoin Daily follows me. That's actually kind of cool, hey? 1.7 million followers. Shout out to the guys there. Very cool guys. Very, very cool guys. Anyway, so and we got very, I mean, I got very drunk on a 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗦 party with them. I don't know if they, maybe they were like, let me just, maybe it was me. Maybe they went to the toilet and I just like followed myself from the exit. I don't even know. But anyway, it was a 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗦 party, insane party. Anyway, so Trump made a bunch of promises, a bunch of promises to crypto. And the question really is, will he keep it? And there is, as I talked about, there is very high certainty at this stage that in 5 days, he is going to issue an executive order, something related to crypto. Okay, I'm not saying that he's going to come out and say, tomorrow we buy $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. No, that's not what's going to happen. But what's going to happen is that he is going to talk to crypto. Okay, so that is why I follow you. Maybe we went out and we got drunk. Is that what you mean? Maybe. Oh, Fefe is sexy as hell, no homo. Oh, Bessie, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Okay. Oh, guys, I'm blushing here. Let me get back to the Trump shit. Okay, so Trump is expected to issue executive orders on the first day of his presidency that may address issues including the debanking and the repeal of controversial crypto accounting policy. So, like, if he does anything, and I said this yesterday, anything, okay? If anything he says about crypto, that's a big win. Now, Eric Trump just announced that he's holding SUI, guys. Like, we've been talking about world limited finance and Trump and all that, but SUI, brother, it's like, it's not even Bitcoin and Ethereum. This guy's a proper fucking degen. This guy is holding SUI, brother. SUI. So things are happening. There's no way that it's not going to come. And when I say that we're looking into, or we're looking into whether it's quantitative easing, whether it's reduction of rates, whether it's somehow injecting money into the economy, China is already doing it. As you see, the other day, I think it was yesterday, 14th, yesterday, throughout the past 8 days, they have injected, hold on to your pens, $131 billion cash with a 7-day reverse repurchase. So that means that they're injecting money into the economy. And there is no way that China is at it again. There is no way that our man Trump is going to let China, he's not going to let China go ahead with money printing and injecting into the economy while he's saying billions and billions on the things. So he's gonna fix this shit. Okay, let's move on to here. One thing is certain, Jordy as well. Now that we're talking about, now you're gonna get the dirty off me. You getting the dirty out of me. So this is a true story. Jordy Alexander, very, very cool guy. Was in Singapore and I heard about him. He has the 𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙 podcast. Very cool guy, fund manager, cool guy. I don't know him personally, but I know stories of him, and of course he's a Banter fan. And I saw him in the VIP at Marquee, which is like the best club in Singapore. And I was like this, I was trying to save myself from, I don't know, I'm seeing Morgan Afal just pouring Dom Perignon over himself like this. And I don't know, it's just an AI dog dancing on stage like this. We even have it in the vlog. Look at it. We're going to look at it, but we even have it in the vlog. I have a vlog. It's called The $1 Billion Hustle. If you don't know what it is, there's a link in the description. You have to check this out. Let me find this party here. Which episode is that, cuz? Which episode is that?
The second, the Singapore.
Second.
The moment of truth.
No, this is Dubai. This is Dubai. Anyway, I wanted to show you. I wanted to hear the funniest shit. This AI dog just danced. It's here. Most important week in crypto.
Yeah, and it's just 𝗕𝗟𝗟𝗙𝗙.
Let me show you. This is the party I'm talking about. This is the party I'm talking about. So imagine, this is the vlog, by the way. You can check it out. There's a link in the description. Follow Fefe's vlog. Subscribe to the $1 Billion Hustle. But look, this AI dog like this at Marquee is just like, and I'm just walking like this, and I'm like, Jordy, I love your work, man. I love your work. I'm this and this. And he was such a cool guy. Anyway, what I wanted to say, I'm all over this thing today. But what I wanted to say is that he posted this, and I admire him. He's a great trader and a great poker player and a great mind. And he was like, 2025 will be traders' paradise and investors' hell. And so I so much agree with this guy. So much. Why? Because 2025 is going to be the year we're going to make millions and people are going to lose millions. And it's very, 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 very important. It's very important to treat it as such. Of course, invest and be smart about it and whatever, but we gotta trade it. And when it comes to trading, this is the perfect time to be buying. Buying and building up positions and getting out of positions at the time when you need to get out of positions. And so we hit the last bear trap yesterday before the historic bull run. This happens every single time. Bitcoin target is 260,000, as Danny says here, and also pumping just as strongly in 2022. This guy bought a sold, but the point is that there was this bear trap that we've seen previously in every single previous cycle, and that just happened yesterday as well, which I 100% agree with. And now whether we're gonna have a massive pullback from here or not, we'll see. But I have to look at the charts and just explain what I really am thinking. Now, very important, a lot of people text me like, what do you think today? And are you still bullish? And are you buying this token? Should I buy something today? That's the other story. Like, should I buy butt dick NFT? No, you shouldn't. But like in general, like what is that even? Butt dick NFT. What is that? Anyway, so like dick butt NFT, whatever that is. Anyway, so like a lot of people are like texting me, and it's very simple. I have everything on XBAR. Like I literally share everything I do. I have it on my X account, everything. So I take a step, I share it on X. Okay, so you can follow me here. I share everything over here. There's a link in the description. But it's very important that I didn't change my thesis. And this is what I said yesterday on the show. But what I'm expecting for now is either reverse from here, either reverse from here, not even close below on the 3.21, maybe we're weak, but not even close below, and rally into the 3.45. If this happens, the likelihood of us going back to the 2.95 is very high, and the reason is because it was too obvious, too fast, without a 50% retrace. It was just a very vicious move. Therefore, I will sell some of my positions up here if I see a lower time frame structure. Again, I'll update you on that. You know what is crazy? That there are some OGs in the chat, and look at it's actually so good reading through. Look at this. 2.95 trillion the cards. I said this. Very good point. Higher time frame is bearish. Very good point. Man said 1,000 times, don't buy Rune. Very good point. There are people who are listening who are making money. And I'm so happy to see this. So happy to see this. Mad genius. Mad genius. Let's go into the charts. So this is what I said. I said that if we close below there, I don't know why I deleted this here. Did I delete the decision point? It was down here at 3. What was it? Let me see. What was it? It was at 3.21. You see this? 3.21. So this was the low here, and this is what I said. 3.21. If we don't close below, we're gonna go higher. It's not like a major move, but it's like a 4% move, which should be, it should be respected. I mean, 4% move, we moved like 10%. Let's look at bubbles, what's happening here. Let me just refresh here. Yeah, on the day, it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. We got some tokens down, but in general, it's like 2, 3, 4% move, 10%, 6%, depending on what you look at. But in general, with that, I did have that move. This was the decision zone, and we didn't really go below. But what happened is that on the 4 hour, we closed above here, which is a very freaking strong indication that we are seeing a market structure shift. I mean, it's very, I can't even tell you how strong this is. So the plan was, honestly, TLDR, what I think is going to happen, I'm not a fortune teller, is that CPI comes in lower than expected, maybe even lower than forecast, or so like between 2.9 and 2.7, and we're going to freaking roll into this 3.45-ish region. I think that's what's going to happen. And then everybody will start telling you to start longing because they will do stuff like this. Look, they will do stuff like this. Oh, look at this. We broke above the trend line, and now it's a breakout. Now it's a retest, and boom, that's when the big guys send it lower. I think this is what could potentially happen. Obviously, again, I'm not a fortune teller. We're going to take it level by level. But overall, what I do think is happening is that we're setting up for a massive, massive push from here. Two main scenarios to play out. Number one is, if you look at the daily chart, you cannot, hold on. If you look at the 4 hour chart, you cannot be bullish on this. You just simply can't. Why? Because you have a high, you have a low, you have a high, so you have a low, high, you have a break below. This is a clear validation of the structure. This is a clear validation. On the daily, we have to go back 50% because that's the daily equilibrium. I've explained it on the show every day, almost, so I'm not going to do it now, but we have to come back to 2.95 trillion. And when we come back, if we understand that we have to come back to 2.95 trillion on the daily, and we understand that we broke below on the 4 hour, we understand that there needs to be some more pain downside. Now, obviously, before inauguration, anything can happen. We can have the 50% later, but for now, although I'm heavy long, I'm heavy long 2 to 3 to 5 to 10x leverage positions. I told you throughout the 3 weeks to build, buy, avoid liquidation. Most of those positions should be in profit or very close to being in profit. And so, but what I still believe is going to happen, that this here is a very strong level, a very, very strong level up here at 3.45. And until we break above here, and even honestly above the 3.71, we're not out of the woods, because the real thing that caused this dump, this break of structure, is actually this level up here. So if you really want to look at it, I can say that this is the actual level. So what we can say is that we just go up here, we wick through here, and then we go all the way down to 50%. And I know, you know what is going to happen? I'm going to tell you again. People are going to call me crazy up here. This is what's going to happen, cuz. Isn't that right? When we're going to go above here, they'll say, to the moon, you're an idiot for shorting. You're an idiot for taking profits here. And I'm going to tell you how we're going to play it. Maybe we just blast through here. Maybe this was the bottom. But because I told you that in the bull market, especially in uncertain times like this, where the inauguration happens and when inflation is like this, Gary Gensler is quitting the SEC on the 20th, thank God. We got JP undecided what is really going to happen. You can't time the bottom. You can't. It's not about timing the market in this scenario. It's about time in the market. And you have to have time in the market and wait it out, because it's going to pump. So ultimately, here is my prediction, or here is my analysis for the total market cap. we have a market structure shift on the hour, on the 4-hour chart, which could still be considered a retrace on this 4-hour leg, and could still be considered a retrace on the higher time frame leg. Therefore, I'm not calling for the bottom here because it can go lower, but we're looking extremely good. On the 1-hour chart, here's what I would look at, depending on CPI, depending on news, depending on the next 2-3 days. What I would imagine happening, either we push all the way higher. This is not what I really want to see because this just puts 2.95 and another 20%, 15% dump on your coins at a very high probability. But what I like to, it can happen. We'll take it step by step. This is why it's worth just subscribing to the channel and following me on X. I'm going to update you every single second if it happens. But what I would like to see, I would like to see a retrace down here to the 50% of this level, down here about the 3.18 trillion region. I want to see a higher high, and this can possibly be the last long-end opportunity that we have if we get this scenario. This is what I would like to see. If we pump, I'm not as bullish. If we start dumping down here at the 50, I will become bullish. If we go down and down and down and no market structure shift happens, which is basically a higher high on the lower time frame, just like as you see here, I will call for the 2.95 trillion region down here, which is the daily equilibrium. Let me look at some stuff here. What is the Bitcoin dominance that we should look at? Because a lot of people are asking me about it and going crazy about, oh my God, Bitcoin dominance is gonna break out, and oh my God, what is really going to happen? And they're drawing. Wait, let me see how. Like, you don't do this. Like, honestly, you don't do this. You don't draw this. Like, you just simply don't. Please, just don't do this. So you don't go. What time frame is that? Is the 1 day. Okay, let me look at it. Let me try to. Okay, how can you draw this? Like, it's, I don't even like. Okay, so this is what the person has been drafting up there. I'll tell you what's gonna happen here, and this is something you take your notebook for because it's gonna be incredible. So here's how it works. This is called a market structure shift. Okay, why? Because you have a low, you have a high, you have a low, you have a new high form, the close above. This here is only a wick, therefore it doesn't count. Or is it? It's even worse, bro, if that's... Oh, no, that's a close above. Okay, cool. That's even worse. Then there is no chance Bitcoin dominance is making new high this year. So, so you have these lows and highs, and then you just wait for the close above. And when you have a break like this, and especially with this is not even one break. It's on a daily structure. It's like a triple or 4 times break. 1, 2, 3, strong level, 4, 5. And it washes off like this. This is called a liquidity that built up and it's taken now. But the problem is, or the challenge is, that it already came. I'm not going to do the higher time frame analysis because we don't have time for that. You can look back on the shows. But what's going to happen here is that now it's already building up liquidity here. So what you see here, let me just go back here. What you see here, obviously, is that it's building up liquidity. It's building up liquidity for people to believe that it's going to go up. But in fact, this is going to get taken just like this one got taken. A trend line is not a trend line that you should trade. And so if you look at this, what will happen, and this is exactly how retail is getting effed in the booby, or booty, or whatever you prefer. Oh my God. Okay, so so the reason why it goes above there. Oh my God. Okay, depending on what you like, right? How cringe. I'll just say. Okay, let's go. So what's going to happen is that a lot of people are waiting for this here, right? A lot of people are waiting for this to break out of this triangle or whatever flag pattern you call this. And what's going to happen in reality is that it's going to break out, and every retail trader, okay, we know some, going to call this a breakout of Bitcoin dominance, all to the ground, hell, whatever. What's really happening is that it's just retracing to the OB that caused the break below. And then what you're going to see is this. Mark my words, Bitcoin dominance is not going above 61.5 because it does not make sense. And even if it breaks out of this triangle, that's just a simple retrace to a bearish OB that caused the shift in the first place. So you should not worry about this at all. Now, guys, I talked about CoinW as a place where I met the altcoin daily guys, and it's a very good platform. I love CoinW. Work with them for quite some time now. They have a massive deal going on, and a competition, win 10 Bitcoins and much more. Simply trading on the platform. There's a link in the description. So if you go down into the description, you will be able to see the link here. It says CoinW. You can sign up and you can join their Mission X challenge. Again, you can win free money or Bitcoins or crypto if you simply just trade on the exchange. It's a great exchange. No KYC needed. Available worldwide. Great fees. And again, it's very important that you start using exchanges that you actually trust with. And I do trust CoinW. So again, there's a link in the description. I would appreciate if you check them out. And if you like them, let me know. If you don't like them, also let me know, because then we just fix it. They are very agile. All right. Should we tell them about Funtico? I think it's important. So if you don't know, they are also our partners on the channel. We have a competition running for $15,000. The only thing you have to do is play a game. I know it sounds crazy, but this is how they spend their marketing budget. They do whatever they want, and it's called customer acquisition because I freaking love the game, and I would never hear about this if I wouldn't have tried it. So there is no catch other than the fact that you go. There is no other than the fact, but other than the fact that you have to go down here, you have to look at Funtico. You have to sign up to the racing team. You have to pick my team because we have to beat Ren and Kyle. Okay, very important. Pick my team. So you pick my team, and what happens is that you have to play this game, and you get 2 entries. And the first person wins $3,000. But the best part is, if I go into tournaments, I go into leaderboard, there are people, even me, who is like 200-something spot, win $20 for simply playing a game. So you have to be the fastest. You have to drift. Remember this. Whatever you do, you have to drift. Very important. You have to... What? What is funny?
You're spilling the beans.
What? No, I'm going to tell them you have to drift. Because it's like, you're spilling the beans. Bro, I'm telling you, you have to drift. That's how you win, because it loads up and it's drift all the time. Drift, load up the boost and just go faster. But I see people here coming in. This girl, 𝗙𝗟𝗟𝗪, is winning $3,000 in the final ticket to the $100,000 competition. So anyway, it's a game that you can play. Literally costs you nothing. Even these guys are very generous though. Like you win $50 if you're in a top 100?
Yes.
That's crazy. Like you can be. Someone is calling me. Want to pick it up? So you can literally be in the top 50, top 100 and win $50. That's kind of crazy. You can be the top 200 and be $25. Okay, I'm gonna play this game again. Anyway, so this is it. You can look at in the description. So let me see if you guys have any questions. Don't give it a secret. I do give away the secrets. And if you don't do this, you're so dumb. Like honestly, it's crazy. It's free money. I need more tickets. You can get it on their Telegram. So you can go on to 𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙 and you can go on here when you are on the platform. It says 𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙, and it's like a Telegram game. By simply connecting your account, your Funtico account with a Telegram account, you already can get another ticket and you can race more. It's quite cool. Team is the best, so it is F. Yeah, the game itself is incredible. They have TG coming up, but the game itself is incredible. It's incredible. Team is incredible. The project is incredible. I'm loving the game. I'm loving too. Anybody who tries it loves it. Silver ticket more, please. I'm telling you, we might. You know what we might do? We might do a giveaway. I might talk to the guys and do a giveaway. CPI data on the verge, 8 minutes, 7 minutes. Okay, let me finish up here. Go and play the game, guys. Or if you don't play, don't complain that I'm not giving you free money, okay? Let me run through some of the things that I think is important. Number one is that Sonic has been listed on Bybit. Now, you know I've been waiting for this for a long time. FTM, so Phantom. Phantom is the project, and Phantom rebranded to Sonic. And we've been talking about this. Phantom has, I longed it at 70 cents. So Phantom has rebranded into Sonic, and Sonic is probably going to be one of the fastest chains out there. So I'm also holding them spot, but now that the perp is available, I longed heavily into it. Now it was leading up to the Sonic upgrade. Sonic went to like $1.5 and it's down 60% since, and the tech haven't changed. Like it just doesn't make sense that it's down there. I'm targeting at least $2 on this in the next 3 months. At least. We're looking at a 100% move here. If you play it right, again, this is, I opened a very heavy position. Obviously, protect your downside. You do whatever you want to do, but I have opened an FTM long. I don't really see it going much lower, if you ask me. So I do think this is an incredible opportunity. Let's go further. JP Morgan predicts new proposal on XRP and SOL ETFs. Now, XRP, I don't know what the deal with this shit is. So, like, people telling me, why are you calling it a shit? Well, I bought XRP at $0.006. You know where that is, bruv? It's not even on the chart. Oh, buy it. It's not even on the chart. That's when I bought it, okay? But I still don't understand why would people... Is it at 2.8? What is happening here? Like, what is even happening here? And I even drafted this. And I said, what did I say, cuz? Cuz, what did I say? What did I say? Did I say if it comes back 50, we should buy this? Did we buy it? Cuz it's fired again. Cuz it's fired again. I said if it comes back 50, look at this. We have to buy it. A week ago, it came back 50, up 30% since. Thank you very much for playing. If it comes back 50, cuz, I'm telling you, if it comes back 50, we're buying it at 2.6. If it comes back 50, I'm buying into XRP. I don't care. And then Sol, let's go. Solana, a great one. Oh, I have this. Did I? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God. Look at this. Do you have the clip when I said that Sol is going to 170? I literally said this on the show. I said Sol is going to $170. Look at this. It's up $17 since. Anyway, I do think this is incredible. It's like such a great buying opportunity. I might open a Sol. Yeah, I probably am opening a Sol long as well. We're going to see what CPI brings now, but I'm opening up a Sol long as well. Incredible place to buy Sol. I do think Sol is targeting 600 to 800 this cycle. Incredible buying. XRP. Now, XRP, what you can see is whales have bought 1.09 billion XRP over the past week. I do think something is happening with XRP, but also a lot of people are telling me like XRP is going to be worth $10. Now, the problem what a lot of people don't understand, and I don't even want to go into this, but a lot of people don't understand that you so let me just go here. So things work in a way that you have to evaluate a project based on FDVs and market cap, right? So if the market cap or the FDV is $280 billion, that's the total value of the project, okay? $280 billion. So that means if you want this to go like $10, that would mean that this will be $1 trillion asset. Like, you have to be mentally eved to believe that this thing is going to $1 trillion. Like, I can't comprehend. Someone please explain. Dusty, explain it to me how this will go. How this will go to $1 trillion. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know. Like, I can't even, like, what are we even talking about? Ethereum here at 400 bill. Solana down here at like 90. What $1 trillion for XRP? No way, bro. No way. It's not happening. Anyway, I might be wrong. Aptos, we love Aptos. I'm an incredible layer one. I'm invested in Aptos as well. Very fast, very cool partnerships, great and strong team. And they have massive developments. 2 billion has been transferred on Aptos last 30 days, 1,700 per user on average. If you look here, let me just look at Aptos. I'm Aptos long as well. I'm in an Aptos long as well. If I mark my words now, cuz pay attention, because when this level breaks, we're gonna go into billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars into Aptos, and we're gonna reap the rewards. So if we get 9.267 break, we're long in Aptos because this is a heavy one. You can take a stop loss here at 7.8. I don't think it's happening. Last time I told you to buy was 6.9 down here. And we bought it, we rode it all the way up 120%. I do think Aptos is a great buy here. Next target is $16 for me. So this is in my opinion a great buying opportunity. Now let's talk about other stuff which is important. TikTok is planning to shut down in the US Sunday. It's going to shut down. I don't think it is. I heard Mr. Beast offered to buy it. Mr. Beast is playing Elon Musk. How much is it? How much is it? Someone's calling me again. What was this? Okay, someone, it's the big bus here is calling me. Okay, let's go back here. Thailand considers approving local Bitcoin ETFs among global competition. Now, global competition, what it really means is Trump. That's what it means. Trump. Nobody also means the rest, like he also means all the other countries that are adopting. SEC sues Elon Musk over legit securities violations. you know what? Like, just worth mentioning, Gary Gensler is like, he's literally, you know what's happening here? Gary Gensler is like literally halfway out. They're like kicking this guy out. And he's like, I don't have a pen here, but if I would have a pen, this is what I would do. Like, I have a pen here, and I was like, just reaching in the door and just signing this SEC swing. And the guy is just like, kick him in the face. And this guy's like, no, I'm gonna sue Elon. You can't get me out of here. You know, like, that's the kind of situation that is happening here. So also I see Medusa is posting here. Shout out to Medusa. Incredible meme coming, the mascot of Mattis. Check this out. I'm gonna be extremely allocated in this once it gets going. Check out Medusa here. Just saw the post under there, and I thought it was worth talking about. Now, I think it's time for us to like really start looking into this because it's happening. Let's look at the total market cap, and let's look at Bitcoin. You know what? Let's look at the total market cap. I think that's what's really relevant here. We had a little bit of dippy. Let's look at the 3-minute charts because that's what we want to see. And let's look at what's coming. So just so you're aligned, let me just put it back here. Most likely it's going to come in lower. But what I believe is going to happen is that we are going to see 2.8 is no impact, rather bullish. And then higher than forecast is no impact, rather bearish. But if it comes in lower, then it's a very good sign. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see what the market is doing. Pump. Initial pump. Pump it up. Oh, don't you pump it up. What's happening? Comes in at core CPI month to month. Comes in at 2. Okay, year to year 2.9. Still expectations. Core CPI comes in at 0.2. It's nothing. This is what I said. What did I say? If it comes in, let me see. What did I say here? Cause what did I say? If it comes in lower than forecast, lower than previous, it comes in lower than forecast. Okay, 2.95, no impact, rather bearish. But it came in 2.8. I didn't say what if it comes in exactly where it is. But anyway, I was right. We're rallying into the 3.45. Thank you very much for being here and listening to the show. And if you've been long, then you probably are up like a mofo on this 0.27% move. This is what I'm saying, 3.45, 3.45 is about to happen. Let me go through here. What else do we have here? Elon Musk is reportedly set to have office in the White House. So he will have the opportunity to read Gary Gensler's allegations and his subpoena on in the White House. So it's quite impressive. And Murad is down 20 million from 50 million. So he lost 20 million on meme coins the last month. And then also very important that all this AI16Z, all this AI meta and whatever, AI16Z white paper was basically 100% copied from ChatGPT. So that's that much about the AI meta. I think we fulfilled the purpose of the show. We waited for the CPI. This is what I'm thinking. Plan is unchanged. I do believe we can come down here. I would be much more confident if we came back down to the 3.17 trillion. I want to see that rather than start rallying into. But unfortunately, this is what's happening. Most likely the next target is 3.42 or 3.57. If that happens, I'm going to be very cautious and potentially take some profits. I will, of course, as always, update you on my X profile. It's worth following me there. There's a link in the description. If you scroll lower here, you will be able to see. Subscribe to Fefe's trading channel. It's trading channel. Follow Fefe on X, and also the $1 Billion Hustle. If you want to see stuff that I talked about, like AI robots, dancing, and then all other cool and funny and also quite motivational stuff, in my honest opinion. Guys, very important. I genuinely am gonna go and play Funtico now because I have to beat 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗦. Otherwise, he thinks he can get 50% of his salary back. I'm gonna take his salary now. And if you like the show, please subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, come back for tomorrow. And yeah, that's just what I can say. We are 1,500 people here, bro. Yeah. 1,500 people. The legends, the absolute G's. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are rewatching this thing, there are 2 videos you can check out here, and then you can click here to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.